All right, everyone. That's it. Our timer has run out. Let's just go ahead and start, and hopefully the rest will join us as we move forward into our session. So, can you all hear me? Am I audible to you? Can you do a react, please? Send something in the chat. Send hello. Do anything. Yes, I am audible. Thank you. Thank you for the react. All is well. Okay, so again, let me tell you all welcome to this session, AI for Finance. I am very happy to be here with you today. Uh, do we have some energy in the room? Let me see some energy. I cannot start if you are all still sleeping. Are you ready to start our session, AI for Finance? I am your trainer. My name is Michel Al Asmar. Um, I'm sending you guys my LinkedIn profile in the chat. If you're on LinkedIn, go ahead, click on the message and click on the link and connect with me. This way, if you have any questions about AI, how to work with AI, anything related to the Microsoft program, the certifications, and so on, just send me a message. I'll be more than happy to reply and help you out later on. So, I love the messages in the chat. I see already the energy is skyrocketing. Everyone is good. Everyone is ready to start. And let's go. So, my friends, first of all, we're gonna look at how AI has transformed working with finance. You see how we're gonna see in the end of the session, we're gonna equip you guys. You are financial professionals, I assume, right? With all the knowledge and the skills that you need to use AI in automation and forecasting and fraud detection, also in strategic planning as well. We're going to look into how we can use Copilot for Excel and working in risk management and fraud detection also. So let's start with our first module here, uh, transforming finance with AI. So we have around 2 hours together, but don't worry, we'll definitely will have a short break between them. We will not be doing the 2 hours uh, in one go, so we can rest a little bit and we can still stay focused. All right. So the purpose here is just starting with the foundational session that introduced like how AI is reshaping the core finance functions from automation and analysis to decision making. We're gonna see an overview of some applications, some tools that you can use, and their emerging capabilities. All right, we have four objectives for this session here. Is to understand the key areas of finance where AI is applied. I'm talking about risk management, fraud detection, algorithmic trading. You see all that, the customer service, basically making processes more efficient and insightful. We're going to see how to identify opportunities for automation and value creation. All right. We're going to explore some AI use cases for reporting, for compliance, forecasting, and so on. And we're going to assess the impact of AI on roles and skills as well in the finance department. So, first things first, we gotta start from somewhere, of course. Let's see why AI in finance. AI is already everywhere, right? It's already with in tech. We are already in I don't know, everyday sessions in development and marketing in many places. Uh, hello, guys. I see in the chat uh, someone are waiting to be let in. There's no one in the lobby. if you know, guys, people who are trying to connect and they aren't able to connect, just let them know that to the chat to leave the session and join back in. All right. So, Nancy, I'm sorry, we are not allowed to share the slides. But if you want, you can take your own notes, and the session is recorded. You can check it out later when it's done processing in the chat of the session. All right. Thank you so much. So, as I was saying, today, finance departments, they are under more pressure than ever. You see, they're expected to do more tasks, faster tasks, and with fewer people, right? That means handling growing amounts of data, providing like real-time insights, maintaining the accuracy, of course, all of that while managing the costs and also, of course, staying compliant. So this is exactly where AI can help. You see, first, it automates repetitive tasks like data entry, for example, even invoice processing and reconciliations as well. This saves time and lets teams to help to focus on like higher value activities like analysis and working with on strategy. You see, am I right? Of course I am. I'm the trainer. So, second, basically, AI, it improves data quality, of course, you see, guys, and it helps in reporting. It cleans up some errors, it helps in filling the gaps, and it enables like real-time dashboards as well, so the decisions they can be made faster and even with more confidence. Third, I would say AI supports proactive risk management. You see, it can detect. Uh, oops, so I was going for the pen. So proactive risk management. You see, it can detect fraud. It can detect the anomalies and like predict some potential financial risks before they become a certain problem. So we can handle them early. And finally, AI, of course, enhances the decision making. Uh, it spots some patterns, it spots some trends, all that, and historical data. You see, helping the finance team to forecast some the cash flow. You see, help the finance team to plan the budgets, making smarter investments. You see, so there's a great quote that sums this up. AI is enabling finance to move from reactive accounting to proactive decision support. I love this one. I love this one. So people in the organization, when they say, "Oh, you're working in finance, you have files every day in front of you, you're working with Excel sheets, that must be annoying." We tell them it used to, but now we have AI. It helps us so much, and it makes our job easier and faster. So uh, instead of like spending a lot of time on the same task every day, AI helps to automate and reduce our time working on specific tasks, so we can focus on more important stuff. So ultimately, also, AI isn't just about saving time. You see, it's about making the finance teams more strategic, more forward looking, and more impactful, I would say. Right? We're gonna be more impactful. This is what we do. Working in finance is not an easy job. So AI will help us make it easier. Let's have a look at a short video also how uh, how we have a company. It's called Mkopa. It's a company in Kenya. All right, there are a few points that we're gonna be looking into in this video. How this company that is partnered with Microsoft with AI, it enabled fair, data-driven credit decisions by analyzing some alternative data sources like mobile payment behaviors, empowering millions who were historically excluded from the traditional lending systems. You see, we're gonna have a look at this video how just from a mobile phone you can work in credit creations. You see, all with Microsoft AI and Azure AI models that helps and support decision making. So let's have a look at this. So as you watch the video, a small tip before I start the video, as you watch the video, think about what alternative data sources your own industry might leverage to unlock new opportunities using AI. All right, my friends? So let's have a look here.
Mimi ni mwanabiashara na samaki. Nimekuwa nikifanya samaki sahi kwa miaka yangu ya 3. Nilipata ya kwanza nilikuwa hospitali kwa wiki 3, karibu mwezi mmoja na mtoto pia alikuwa na complication ya kupumua na bili ilikuwa imekuja juu.
In Kenya, many are locked out of lending institutions because they did not have access to a bank account and neither did they have access to credit core history. Our mission is around making financing for everyday essentials affordable to everyone. Cell phones have been pretty important in enabling customers to establish their credit history. When you acquire a cell phone and realize that you're a good payer, we are able to unlock additional products like access to cash loans and also access to our insurance health product. To date, M-KOPA has been able to finance over 3 million customers. Azure AI powers our engineering flows and is the backdrop upon which our credit analytics and loan repayment models run off. Microsoft AI models enable us to detect patterns and help us to be able to predict our customers' repayment behavior. Our AI model for cash loan eligibility decisioning shows potential to improve cash loan portfolio performance by up to 30%.
Wakatutumia pesa, tukawa tumepata kulipa pale hospitali. Ninaomba kama nikiwa nimemaliza loan ninayo, at least nipate kuinua kutoka from fish vendor to ina wholesaler. Yenye inaweza nisaidia kuendelesha biashara yangu.
Microsoft AI will continue to be our tool of choice to improve our predictive capability so that we can unlock digital and financial inclusion to millions of customers in sub-Saharan Africa.
So my friends, there you have it. You see, great. Now that you've watched how M-KOPA used AI to expand digital and financial inclusion across sub-Saharan Africa, let's break down some key takeaways highlighted in the video. We saw the fish seller in Kenya describing facing a major hospital bill after her child had some serious breathing conditions. And without access to traditional bank accounts or credit cards, she was locked out of conventional lending options. This sets the stage for how critical digital inclusion is. You see, many citizens across the region, maybe they lack credit histories or bank accounts, preventing them from receiving loans for essential needs. But AI helps to bridge this gap by analyzing the alternative signals. You see, it's the mobile phone that just provides a breakthrough now, tracking repayment behavior for the phone purchases. M-KOPA can establish trust, build digital credit history, unlocking access to cash loan, enabling affordable healthcare insurance, and so on. So we have another example as well from one of the leading companies also. It's about 100 years old global risk and analytics leader in the market, how they are reimagining research, insights generation, and customer value through generative AI and Microsoft technologies. You see, AI isn't just about faster analysis, it's about synthesizing multiple perspectives, enriching the human reasoning, empowering the experts with new capabilities, all through large language models. So the company is called Moody's. All right. We're going to see how their team becomes the environment where the research assistant is, and how it increases discoverability and connects Moody's content with all the external data. All right. Let's have a look.
Moody's Corporation has been in business for over 100 years. We started back in the early part of the 20th century, publishing books to help people understand risk. What we do now is we pull together information and try to understand the dynamics that might lead to a future state that we might want to understand better. And generative AI really gives you the ability to bring multiple perspectives to the table and then aggregate and synthesize an understanding across those different perspectives. Our ability to think about the future together with our customers is really enriched when you start to think about large language models and the ability to really generate ideas and reasoning across multiple areas of expertise. And I think we have a chance to do that much more quickly, much more efficiently, much more effectively. We've had a great experience working with the people at Microsoft. We've been working very hard on a co-pilot concept we're calling the Research Assistant. At Moody's, we publish tons of content and have powerful databases, and we're bringing those together in order to produce analysis in a way that we couldn't do before. As a user of Microsoft Teams, you think about your daily work environment and your canvas that you're working with, you'll be able to leverage the Moody's content and anchor some of the work that you're doing in the flow of your day-to-day activities. With Fabric, I think we're going to be able to make Moody's content even more discoverable and be a part of a network and marketplace where other sources of content can be combined to add more value for our customers in order to really leverage, say, LLM technology or other work they might be doing. I would say this is one of the most energizing, most interesting, maybe most inspiring moments, certainly in my career, I think maybe of our generation.
So here we go, guys. Another breakthrough. You see, Moody began over 100 years ago, helping people to understand risks through like printed books. You see, today their role is to synthesize information to understand future dynamics, and AI amplifies their ability to do so. All right, let's move forward. All right, now let's walk through some of the core ways AI is being used in finance today. In these cases, they highlight how AI can make finance operation more efficient, more accurate, and more strategic as well. Okay, first we have transaction automation. You see here AI helps to automate like the routine tasks like expense categorization, what else? Invoice processing, payment reconciliation, of course. This reduces the manual work. It speeds up processing as well and minimizes the errors. You see, second, we have financial forecasting. So the AI models, they like analyze historical financial data to be able to predict the future trends, like the cash flow, for instance, the revenue, the expenses. You see, all these forecasts, they help the finance teams plan ahead and make better financial decisions. We have risk and fraud detection. So this is very important because AI helps to monitor transactions in real time to be able to detect the unusual activities or the patterns that might indicate fraud. This allows the finance team to act quickly and help to reduce the risk. You see, we have also compliance monitoring on for when we say compliance monitoring, we're talking about like AI helps, it scans transactions, documents, and communications also to ensure that they meet regulatory requirements. You see, it flags the missing data, policy violation, helping basically organizations to stay compliant. All right. And of course, strategic planning. So AI supports scenario modeling. Uh, it helps like simulate different business outcomes. Let's allow the finance leaders to be able to evaluate options and make the data-driven decisions. You see, I could add a few things that I'm thinking of as well for some use cases like portfolio management, for instance. You see, if we want to take Moody's examples, we have chatbots, virtual assistants, uh, all that with AI powered, it will help the human agents with some more complex issues. This way, we can focus on what's really important and how we can make the process even better. You see, so this is a great slide. So let's have a look at uh, some examples of before using AI and after using AI. So before, let's say invoice processing. All right, we used to do it manually. We used to manually match the purchase order, enter the data, track the payments. You see, traditionally, the finance teams would rely on manual processes to ensure that the details in the purchase order it matches the invoice received. Employees like they used to spend hours entering invoice data into spreadsheets, uh, tracking the payment schedules and investigating the discrepancies. So all this manual approach is time consuming, right? It's of course prone to errors and often result in delay payments and inefficient audit perhaps. So AI came in and we have added OCR. We have AI matches invoices to the POs and it will flag the mismatches. So with this introduction to OCR, which is optical character recognition, which means you can take now a picture, you can take a photo of the invoice or of the PO, and the AI system will be able to scan it and read the text from this image. You see, and combined with AI, invoices they will be automatically scanned, extracted, and matched against the corresponding purchase orders. You see, AI can cross-check the amounts, the dates, and other relevant information in real time. You see, if there is a mismatch, the AI will flag the invoice for like further review. This automation helps, it speeds up the process, it reduces the errors. It also allows the teams to focus on resolving only the mismatches, which will help them increase productivity, right? Let's take the second example, revenue forecasting. So before AI, finance departments typically relied on historical data from the previous years. You see, often from the previous year, often using like simple spreadsheets. So this method, I'd say, it lacks sophistication. You see, and does not account for changes in the market condition, also customer behaviors, or the emerging trends. So forecasting accuracy will be limited, and the prediction will tend to be more static with limited capacity to adjust for the new data points. You see, it is quite problematic. But after implementation of AI, uh, we have machine learning models. The model account for seasonality, for trends, for real-time inputs. So machine learning models, uh, they leverage vast data sets incorporating not just historical revenue data, but also the current trends, the seasonality, the market shifts, and the real-time inputs like the customer purchases and the external factors like the economic conditions, for example, and so on. So these models, they continuously learn from the new data, improving the accuracy of the future forecasting. And with AI's ability to process and interpret large data sets, businesses, they can make more informed dynamic revenue predictions to be able to help with strategic planning and decision making. You see, same for risk alerts. So AI, uh, before AI, uh, how the risk management and audits, they were conducted after an event had occurred. See, the teams, they would analyze transactions, financial records, and compliance metrics at the end of the month, at the end of the quarter, and so on, often uncovering discrepancies or risks that only after they had impacted the business. And this reactive approach meant that the corrective measures, they were delayed and the risk, they could escalate. But with AI powered tools, anomalies in transactions and accounting entities, entries, or any other financial activities, they will be flagged in real time, because AI continuously scans for the irregularities, such as suspicious patterns or any outliers that is based on predefined risk patterns, you see. And if an anomaly is detected, the AI system can immediately route this flagged item to the appropriate team for revision. And this approach will allow businesses to to address like the risks much faster. You see, reducing the chance of major financial discrepancies and enabling quicker responses to the potential fraud. Yes, right. So, all right, let's have a look. This is another video, very interesting. Where we explore DeepSea. Okay, this is another a company which is transforming the financial service industry with Microsoft Azure AI Foundry and agentic AI. You see, DeepSea is a full platform service that helps like front, middle, and back office employees at banks to automate processes, gain some intelligence, and so. And with the Azure AI Foundry, DeepSea's core agent, we will see it in the video, they call it Deep GPT. It helps to extract the knowledge from a document and integrates it into some workflows. So, are you ready? Let's check out this nice video.
In the world of financial services, the result has to be a 1 or a 0. It can't probably be a 1.
DeepSea is a full platform service with agents specifically focused on helping front, middle, and back office employees at tier 1 banks to regional and community banks.
One of the biggest problems in financial services is how can they automate more efficiently and get intelligence about that automation. The thing that we're excited about is Microsoft understands that vertical AI-powered solutions are the future.
So DeepSea AI really creates knowledge process automation. Our agents go through reasoning, being able to read and understand documentation, and a verification layer as well. Azure AI Foundry create the opportunity for one of our core agents, DeepGPT, to be able to bring knowledge from documents such as policy and procedure documents and be able to drive that back to their core workflow day in, day out.
The idea that we have less manual work around duration matching and trade settlement and loan books, that's a perfect example of where AI can be very helpful to humans.
The most important thing in financial services is you have to be right, because a decimal place being off 1, a routing number just being 1 digit off is a really big deal. We saw a reduction of risk to 0, which previously was like an 8-figure risk that was out there.
Some of the biggest impacts we've seen is an immediate 30 to 50% efficiency gain.
And the latest generations of agentic AI are also creating opportunities to be able to imbue the right type of subject matter expertise for that given process.
We're allowing these businesses to scale in ways that they didn't realize that they could.
What we always say is you come to us for the automation, but you really stay and expand for the intelligence.
So there you have it, guys. DeepSea is reducing the manual work, improving efficiency, and eliminating the significant risks as well. You see how these technologies, they help to enable businesses to scale and innovate in so many ways. So let's continue into a slide, which is about some common tools. So this is a nice slide where I'm looking at some AI tools and platforms that are revolutionizing the finance sector, empowering organizations with automation, improved decision-making, and enhanced reporting capabilities. So here are some of the most widely used AI tools in the finance industry. First, you have ERP systems with AI modules such as Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance, Oracle Cloud, ERP, SAP, S/4HANA. So, of course, Microsoft Dynamics 365 integrates AI-driven functionalities to help the finance professionals automate some financial processes to predict trends, optimizing cash flow management. You see, features like predictive analytics, anomaly detection, and financial insights, they allow the businesses to make data-driven decisions, improving the operational efficiency and reducing the financial risks. All right. Similarly, for the Oracle Cloud ERP, that combines AI and machine learning to automate like manual tasks from financial close to budgeting. And the AI models, they help with fraud detection, with risk management, and also process automation. Oracle Cloud ERP enables a real-time financial reporting and analytics, empowering the decision makers to act quickly in the dynamic business environments. You see, same goes for SAP as well. Of course, it leverages the machine learning and AI to offer some advanced data processing and so on. So we have some AI powered reporting and dashboard tools with Power BI with Copilot. We have Tableau AI, if you've heard about it also. Have Workday adaptive planning. So this is Workday also. It combines AI with some advanced analytics for real-time financial planning, for budgeting and forecasting. You see, it helps the organization model some complex financial scenarios. We have for automation and intelligence engines as well, like UiPath, like Blue Prism, like automation anywhere with working with RPA, for example, robotic process automation, like KPMG Clara, for example, as an AI for auditing and compliance used by KPMG company. And we have even in Excel now we have AI. So we have like Copilot for financial modeling, for forecasting, and what if analysis. You see, it performs what if analysis. Like Copilot can generate dynamic forecasting by analyzing the historical financial data, suggesting optimal financial strategies, and even providing scenario based insights, enabling the finance professionals to help and make informed decisions based on data driven predictions. Let's have a short use case, all right? Talk about it like a small exercise. We have how AI is transforming one of the most common finance function, which is account payables and account receivables, right? AP and AR. So AI and automation tools, guys, are helping finance teams to streamline their AP and AR processes by eliminating the repetitive manual tasks and increasing the overall accuracy. So here are some of the key ways that this works. First, you see you have extraction of the data. So the AI tools can pull the important information directly from the emails and the PDFs, like the invoice amounts, the vendor names, due dates, and so on, all using OCR. This means less manual data entry and fewer errors. All right. We have invoice matching also, where AI can automatically compare invoices to the contracts or the purchase orders. It checks for consistency and alerts the teams only if there are some issues, speeding up the approvals and reducing the mismatches. You see, it can set up payment reminders for the overdue invoices as well. You see, like the system can track the due dates and automatically send out these reminders. It helps to improve the cash flow and reduces late payments, right? And auto reconciliation. So here we're saying that AI can match the payments to outstanding invoices by comparing the bank data with accounting records, keeping your books accurate and up to date without hours of manual checking. You see, these capabilities, they are often built using tools like SAP, Microsoft AI Builder, and of course RPA platforms that specialize in finance process automation. And what's the impact here? Of course, significant time saving by automating tedious tasks. We have fewer human errors in processing and also better visibility into real-time cash flow, which supports smarter decision making. This use case clearly shows how the AI doesn't just improve the operation, you see, but it supports more strategic finance by freeing up time and enhancing the data accuracy of, you see. So we have another example. There's another short video about Copilot, Microsoft 365 Copilot in finance, how it can help and to speed up data reconciliation. You see, so I love these videos. These are like a few small demos that are included in the training. Let's have a look at them as well. So, all right, let's go.
We're excited about using the Microsoft 365 Copilot Finance Agent as well. It's the next step in our journey, where we can use the Copilot built precisely for the work we do daily, like data reconciliations and the variance analysis. For data reconciliation, I just select the data source I want to compare. It automatically aligns the data categories, but I can edit them if I need to. Then it creates the reconciliation report with details of the discrepancies. I can copy the summary right into the report. And finally, it will help investigate each transaction.
I can only imagine how much easier that'll make your life. Saving time, creating all the index match statements, and then having Copilot create the report for you.
So there you have it, guys. A quick demo about Copilot in Finance and Excel. Here's another video as well for financial reconciliation agent for Copilot and Finance. Let's have a look here at this video where we're looking into Microsoft 365 Copilot for Finance, especially the financial reconciliation agent. It helps the finance teams to automate data cleansing and reconciliation tasks that traditionally requires significant manual effort.
Move beyond the traditional manual and repetitive task of data reconciliation with Microsoft 365 Copilot for Finance. Let's say you are a finance manager and you spend time every week in Excel reconciling intercompany expenses, often pulled from disparate financial systems. Normally, this would mean you have to manually cleanse the exported data using formulas to identify records that were incorrectly recorded. With a financial reconciliation agent, the data cleansing process to support reconciliation can now be easily automated. When you onboard the agent, you can give specific, customizable instructions on how you'd like the data to be prepared, with it even suggesting additional steps and action plans based on its own financial expertise. With a single click, the agent executes the data cleansing and reconciliation process while giving you full control to correct, customize, or add additional tasks. You can also save as a template and configure the agent to run on a regular basis to automate manual tasks like data cleansing. With the financial reconciliation agent as your partner, you can move beyond the mundane and eliminate time spent on preparing and cleansing critical financial data from any source.
All right, guys, remember, AI is not replacing accounting expertise, all right? It's just augmenting the finance professionals by eliminating the repetitive work and allowing you guys to focus on a higher value analysis and decision making, all right? So, all right, here we have another use case with about cash flow forecasting. So AI, guys, can significantly enhance cash flow forecasting by predicting both the cash inflow and the outflow, allowing companies to manage liquidity more effectively. You see, by leveraging AI finance teams, they can like obtain more accurate predictions and they can make better informed decisions. AI, they can forecast inflows like the AR collections, the sales, and so on, while model analyzing the historical sales data, payment trends, and so on. Machine learning algorithms they can also improve their accuracy by continuously learning from the latest collection trends and adjusting the predictions accordingly. Also, the outflows, like the vendor payments, the payrolls, you see, as well as non-recurring costs such as one-time expenses, even, or if we have seasonal vendor payments. So it takes into account the historical expense pattern, the expected cost increases, or even the changes in the vendor contracts as well. Additionally, AI can predict fluctuations in the vendor payment terms, or if there's any changes in the employee payroll due to salary increases or bonuses and so on. Even they have like the net position over 30, 60, 90 days, whatever. So by considering both the inflow and the outflow, AI can calculate the net cash position at various time horizons. You see, 30, 60, 90 days, whatever. AI models, they can simulate scenarios where the cash flow may vary. All right, and it can provide like visibility into the company's future liquidity position. And these predictions, they help the business to prepare for lean periods and avoid cash shortage. All right, it uses historical payments, seasonal trends, currency fluctuations, market data, and so on. The impact, we have more confident planning, early warnings, and stronger treasury decisions. Let's have a look at how Dynamics 365 Finance helps to optimize the year-end closing. And we all know for finance, this is tedious tasks. So let's have a look.
Hi, in this short video, I'm going to introduce the new functionality of Optimize Year-End Close that accelerates the year-end close processing. I am Mohammed Amir. I'm a Senior Product Manager at Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance team. Let's start from year-end close from the accounting perspective. The year-end close is closing the books of the current year and move its balances to the next year. Here we need to remark the difference between balance sheet accounts and P&L accounts. The balances of balance sheet accounts are moved to the next year as opening balances. The balances of the balance sheet accounts are accumulated during the lifetime of the company. The balances of P&L accounts are moved to retained earnings account in the balance sheet. The balances of P&L accounts are reset to zero each year. And of course, the balances are rolled up in the return earning account. The year-end close in Dynamics 365 Finance is executed by identifying legal entity, fiscal year that to be closed. Then the system creates batch jobs and tasks for each legal entity. Then run the closing logic to move the balances as we discussed earlier. This process is executed on Dynamics 365 Finance resources. With the Optimize Year-End Close, the year-end close execution process runs on the microservice. So what are the elements of the Optimize Year-End Close? We have the Optimize Year-End Close service on LCS project that need to be installed. Then we have the Optimize Year-End Close feature management on D365 Finance that need to be enabled. So how it works? When you run the year-end close process, the system checks if the optimized year-end close service is installed and the feature management is enabled. If those conditions are not met, the year-end close execution will be executed as the current design as of today. If those conditions are met, the year-end close execution will be executed on service, and Dynamics 365 Finance will remain listening to the service and update the year-end close results till the service completes the processing. With Optimize year-end close feature, there are two fields in the year-end close page have been introduced. The fields are results and status. The view results shows the year-end close results in sequence, starting from created year-end close job, preparing to process year-end close job, and so on till completed. In addition to that, we have introduced the transfer balance sheet financial dimensions on the year-end close template. This gives you ability to control the financial dimensions transfer for balance sheet accounts per dimension. This is the same as of what we have today for P&L accounts. So assuming we have balance on the petty cash account with the following financial dimensions: business unit as management consulting, department as sales and marketing, service line as application development. The balance sheet financial dimensions on the year-end close template as follows: business unit, close all, department, close single, and we did not define any financial dimension value. And for service line, we have closing single and defined systems integration. The opening result after year-end close on the petty cash account is transferring business unit as management consulting, because we have defined close all, and the department is not transferred during the year-end close because we have defined department as close single and did not define any financial dimension. And for service line, the system set the financial dimension as systems integration because we have defined the service line and the year-end close template as close all and defined explicitly the financial dimension. The optimized year-end close feature release is in application 10.0.31. If you are on 10.0.30 or 29, you can look for the latest quality update on LCS to get the optimized year-end close feature. And for the optimized year-end close service by December 1st, you can check for the service on LCS to install it. That's it. Thank you.
All right, my friends, and there you have it. You can see how with this tool, sorry. So you just watched a detailed walkthrough of the optimize and year-end closure feature in Dynamics 365 Finance. All right, let's have a look at its impact for the finance roles. So we're seeing a real shift in how finance professionals they work thanks to AI, and here's what's changing. First, analysts they are spending less time preparing and cleaning the data and more time interpreting results and guiding decisions. You see, controllers they are moving from routine reconciliation tasks to generating insights from financial trends and patterns. CFOs are also becoming more strategic, using like real-time AI dashboards to drive performance and shape the business direction. But all with these changes, we have a new skill set which is becoming more essential. You see, we're talking about data fluency, like being comfortable working with and understanding the data, AI tool literacy. So, like knowing how to use and how to apply AI technology in a finance context, risk assessment using the AI insights. So, uh, understanding like how the AI detects and evaluates the potential risks. You see, we're talking about strategic scenario modeling to use AI to like simulate the outcome and guide the long-term planning. So, for example, we have here it's an important question to ask ourselves like, where do you spend the most manual time, and could AI give it back to you? So, you see, this prompt encourages you guys to think about areas where AI could ease your workload and create more time for more high value tasks. All right. So, next up, we have our next lesson, Copilot for Excel. So, we have a few slides here. Then we're going to be talking a little bit about fraud detection. Uh, so, we have already reached half of our module, and as planned, let's go ahead before we start this section over here. Go ahead and take a short break. All right, we're gonna take a short break of 20 minutes. I think it should be enough. This way we can go stretch, walk around. If you have something to do, we can work this in the meantime, and then we'll be back to continue our section. All right, thank you so much for attending so far, and I hope you're enjoying the session. Hope you're finding this interesting. We'll be back in 20 minutes. Cheers. All right, everyone, and we are back from our short break. All is well from your side. Let me know when if you are back. Just please do a small react, send a hello in the chat, say you are back or something, anything, just to make sure you are here. All right, I can see the hands, the reactions. Great, great. All right, wonderful, wonderful. Welcome back. So, guys, let's continue from where we left off. Our next lesson is Copilot for Excel. So here the purpose of the session here is to provide like some explanation of how AI-powered assistants like Microsoft Copilot, for example, helps the finance professionals to speed up modeling, data analysis, and reporting in familiar tools like Excel and Power BI. All of that without needing any advanced technical skills. So here are some of our objectives. Understanding how Copilot enhances Excel and Power BI platforms. How to use natural language prompts to generate formulas, visuals, automating reporting and scenario modeling with minimal manual efforts to identify use cases for improving efficiency, accuracy, and decision making as well. And that's that. So, how does Microsoft Copilot can help in Microsoft Excel and Power BI? Well, first, it can generate formulas using just plain English. You see, Copilot eliminates the need to manually recall some complex formula syntaxes. Users, they can describe their intent in plain language, whatever you need. Like, for instance, like you can say, calculate the running total for column B, for example. You see, or like find the average sales per region. And Copilot, it will generate the correct formula. So this is particularly beneficial for users that are a bit unfamiliar with Excel's formula structure, or those handling intricate calculations, like if you have multi-condition if statements or some advanced statistical functions. You see, it can summarize large data sets. It can build and explain some new charts for you as well, like give you some visualizations based on your data set types and structure, ensuring clarity and relevance. You see, and beyond just like creating bar graphs or scatter plots and trend lines, Copilot also explains the story behind the visual, helping the users to interpret correlations and anomalies as well. Like, for example, if a chart shows declining profits, let's say, Copilot can identify the contributing factors such as increased expenses or even seasonal demand shifts, for example. See, it can perform variance or trend analysis. You can ask it what if scenarios questions without having to write any code. You see, it can, of course, automate repetitive tasks, identify data anomalies, generate natural language insights, and as I said already, also recommend some visualization styles, and even assist in data cleaning and transformation as well. So here are some of the key functions of how Microsoft Copilot can help in Microsoft Excel and Power BI. First, like to generate formulas, as I said in English, like here we have calculate year-over-year growth for Q1 revenue, for example. You see, and data cleaning, we say like remove duplicates and highlight rows with missing values, for example. We can do summary insights. You see, we ask like summarize the expense trends by department from 2022 to 2023, creating a bar chart comparing last month's sales by product. You see, visual for creating visualizations, and even we can do predictions of the next quarter's sales using historical data, and that's it. Copilot will take care of creating the formula for us. So it transforms Excel and Power BI into a powerful analytical assistant, reducing the complexity while enhancing the decision making, either optimizing financial workflows, improving data storytelling, or automating manual processes as well. Copilot ensures the users they work more efficiently while deriving deeper insights. You see, here you go. This is, for example, a result of a prompt input. So you can like elaborate. We have like sort this table by net profit descending, and we will have a sorted data set very easily. Like when the user requests Copilot to sort the table by net profit descending, Copilot will use the data in the table to identify the net profit column, okay? And then it will automatically apply a descending sort order to the data set based on the values in this column, ensuring that the highest net profit appear first and the lowest will be at the end. You see, this operation will be done without the user needing to manually interact with the sort options, providing a much faster and error-free way to be able to help and organize your data. We have another input. For example, if we say highlight rows where profit margin is more than 15, less than 15%, so it will have conditional formatting will be applied. You see, if we say explain what changed most between January and February, Copilot will give us a text summary of the top deltas, like what are the top changes that happened. You see, we can say generate. You see, we're giving a verb of action. We're giving like an order what to do. Explain, highlight, sort, generate a pivot table by region and product. So we will have a pivot table that will be generated and inserted automatically in our spreadsheet. You see, if you don't know what to do, Copilot also can suggest a few prompts for you to interact, to work with, and it can it learns from your patterns and the data that you have as well to help you get the best maximum output. All right. Let's move forward into a small use case. You see, so we have here budget analysis with Excel Copilot. Like we have the table, and we can see here we can just copy and paste our raw data, and we give it a prompt like calculate the variance between the budget and the actual for each department. You see, Copilot will handle it immediately. We say like color code any variance, generate summary paragraph. So the outcome would be an analysis completed in just a few seconds, and we will have an insight ready for export into PowerPoint or into Word. All right. Very simple. Next up, we're looking at security and data considerations. So you might think that, well, Copilot is accessing my data, it's taking my data. No, guys, it's not. Don't worry. The data never leaves your organization's tenant. You see, this is a fundamental security feature of Copilot and Microsoft 365. It ensures that all data that is used within the Microsoft applications, like Word, Excel, Power BI, and so on, it stays within the organization's infrastructure. So when you interact with Copilot, it doesn't send your organization's data to the external servers for processing, you see. Instead, all the processing happens locally within your organization's Microsoft 365 environment, adhering to the security protocols and the privacy settings that your organization has set up. This minimizes the risk of data leaks or breaches, as there are no sensitive or proprietary data that is being transmitted outside of the organization's network. Okay, so of course this feature aligns with Microsoft commitment to the data security and compliance. It reassures the users that their data is kept within their internal systems, providing a secure foundation for the AI applications. All right. Of course, organizations they retain full control over where their data resides, complying with the industry-specific regulations like the GDPR, the HIPAA, and other things. Okay. So guys, I'm seeing in the chat, you're asking about the recording. You will be able to access the recording of the session in the chat once it has been processed, and once it will be available, you will receive a notification and find it in the chat of the session. All right, don't worry. So as I was saying, also AI models do not retain, or they do not learn even from your data. You see, they do not have the ability to store or learn from your organization's data beyond the immediate session that you are using. This is very important for maintaining confidentiality and preventing unauthorized data usage. All right. Once a task is completed, Copilot does not retain any of the information that you have provided, but there are some AI services where data might be used to continuously improve the model, but Copilot strictly avoids such practices. As a result, you do not need to worry that sensitive company data will be used to retrain AI models, ensuring both security and privacy, of course. Okay. Let's continue moving forward into our next lesson about risk management and fraud detection. All right. In this session, we're going to focus on how AI supports financial professionals in proactively identifying the risks, detecting anomalies, preventing fraud, and improving internal controls by analyzing some patterns and surfacing red flags in real time. You see, we'll understand how AI identifies financial risk and potential fraud, exploring anomaly detection, recognizing common red flags, evaluating tools and framework that enables real-time risk monitoring. So, AI in risk management refers to the integration of artificial intelligence, particularly machine learning and data modeling, I would say, to help and detect and assess and mitigate the risks in business processes. All right. Traditional risk management relies on human analysis, like historical data and rule-based systems to be able to identify and prevent the risks. However, AI enables the businesses to process vast amount of data in real time, making it possible to identify emerging risks faster with more accuracy and at a larger scale. AI-driven risk management system, they use different techniques such as supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and anomaly detection to continuously monitor the data that streams, and it learns from like historical trends, of course, to be able to predict and prevent those risks. Okay, so you have many components, like first to detect early warning signs and financial anomalies, to predict the credit or the operational or compliance risks, to monitor the behavior, to surface potential misconduct, can automate internal control processes as well. And it can help because it works at large scales with like millions of transactions, all right, to detect subtle deviation humans they might miss, or even flag some issues before that they escalate. So let's have a look at some key concepts of fraud detection. You see, we have different types of fraud that AI can detect. All right, of course, we have first payment fraud, like duplicate invoices, maybe suspicious vendors. You see, it involves any activity that manipulates the financial transactions, such as duplicate invoice or suspicious vendor transactions. AI, it can identify those potential duplicated invoice by matching some key attributes like the invoice number, the date, the amount, and so on. And like if a second invoice with the same data appears, AI will flag it for review. Similarly, AI can detect the suspicious vendor activity by analyzing historical payments data to try to find like irregular patterns, such as payments to new or unapproved vendor, or like an irregular pattern, like an unusual spike in payments to a specific vendor, for example. You see, and also a lot other stuff like insider threats. You see, maybe we have unauthorized access or privilege misused, vendor fraud, like maybe we have fake supplies or as we are being overbilled, expense fraud, if we have inflation or false claims even, and account takeovers like credential misuses, unauthorized login patterns, and so on. So in order to detect these, AI uses techniques such as pattern recognition, behavioral analysis. Of course, it works with neural networks to look at all the patterns and understand the relationship between them, and time series anomaly detection. All right. So this is very interesting. So what makes AI good at fraud detection? Because my friends, it continuously monitors the our system 24/7 and in real time. You see, this is one of the primary advantages of using AI in fraud detection. Its ability to monitor transactions and behaviors 24/7, providing real-time analysis without the need for breaks, without the need for downtime, or even human intervention. Unlike traditional methods where fraud detection is performed in periodic reviews, like daily or weekly, AI continuously scans all the incoming data for suspicious activity as it happens. This enables organization to catch the fraudulent action as soon as they occur, preventing further damage. So whether it is financial transactions, login attempts, or changes in account behaviors, you see, AI algorithms, they run in the background, offering consistent vigilance across various platforms, such as payment system, banking apps, e-commerce websites, and so on. You see, let's say in the case of online banking, AI, it can like instantly identify a fraudulent transaction, such as withdraw like from a foreign country at an odd hour. And you see, it will flag it or it will block it before that it goes through. And we have traditional methods would have flagged this only after that the transaction has been proceed. So the person will have like withdraw the money and that's it. So mainly continuous monitoring, it ensures that fraud is detected and it's addressed before significant damage can be done, making AI far more efficient than manual or batch-based fraud detection systems. You see, it learns from the data, like traditional fraud detection system, they rely on predefined rules. You see, but with AI, especially those that are based on machine learning, they learn from the data, enabling them to recognize new fraud patterns over time without the need for constant rule update by human experts. You see, it has high accuracy, of course. What else? Multi-signal analysis also, like it doesn't rely on just one data point, like the transaction amount, let's say, to assess the risk, but it analyzes a combination of signals or data input from many different sources, and this includes not only the financial details of a transaction, like the amount and the frequency, but also additional contextual info like the device information, the IP addresses, the time of the activity, you see, and of course more stuff. And by considering multiple signals at once, AI can generate a more holistic view of whether an activity is being suspicious or not. So AI doesn't just ask like what happened, but it actually does this. It asks, does this behavior fit the usual pattern, or is it something unusual that I need to have a look at? All right. So let's have a look at a short video also about the use of AI to stop fraud today.
According to recent studies, organizations worldwide lose an estimated 5% of their revenue to fraud every year. Millions of cases of document fraud are reported, and these numbers are growing fast. Each of these incidents can bring a risk of financial loss, damaged integrity, security breaches, and non-compliance with industry regulations. Think of altering IDs for service access, modifying receipts for inflated reimbursements, or issuing fake invoices to businesses. Manual verification is impractical and insufficient against advanced fraud techniques. That's why at Clipper, we employ AI-driven fraud detection within our document processing services, so you can process documents without worrying about fraud. But how does fraud detection work? In this video, we'll explain different types of fraud detection with examples. Let's start with meta or EXIF data checks. Metadata is the data about the document, such as author, size, date of creation, etc. The date and editor checks at Clipper flag inconsistencies, such as mismatches in creation and editing dates, or edits from photo manipulation software. This way, we identify potential document tampering for further review. Next up, we have visual checks, where we assess images for alterations. First of all, we have copy move detection. Think of an image of a damaged car for an insurance claim, where the same dent is dragged and dropped and scaled all over the car, making damage seem much worse than it actually is. But how would you detect something like this? At Clipper, we identify reused pixel clusters to review manipulations. A common use case we see is validating pictures of receipts for expense management or loyalty campaigns. We can, for example, see if the same 3 has been used to make amounts bigger or smaller, even if there are multiple different 3s on the image. Another way to visually detect fraud is via what we call splicing. Here we can see if part of an image has been added from an external source, for example, a signature on a contract. We do this by compressing the image in such a way that the edges of anything that's added light up. Our AI model, which has been trained on these compressed images, can then provide a clear yes or no answer as to whether an addition has been detected or not. While visual checks can only be done on images, a check that can be done for all file types is duplicate detection. Say you're running a loyalty campaign where customers can send in their receipts and get loyalty points for purchased promo products. You want to prevent customers from getting points twice for the same receipt, but you don't want to check all send-in receipts manually or penalize legitimate but similar submissions. That's where hash checks come in. A hash is a unique document identifier consisting of key data points. In this case, this could be the total amount, purchase date, and receipt number. With Clipper, you can check all hashes from your customer's receipts and flag any duplicates, preventing double submissions while allowing multiple legitimate purchases. Fraud with financial documents can be caught with mathematical checks. Is the total amount the sum of the line items? Does the VAT percentage match the VAT amount? And do all subtotals add up correctly? If any of these are wrong, the document might be tampered with. Cross-checking compares document data against reliable external sources. Remember our damaged car? By cross-checking the license plate with the vehicle registration database, you could check whether the make, model, and color of the vehicle match the car shown in the pictures. Another form of cross-checking is 2- or 3-way matching. Here, document numbers are extracted from different types of documents and compared to each other. So when you receive a new invoice, you can automatically verify that the details on the original purchase order correspond with those listed on the invoice. If matched, your business authorizes the payment to the supplier. But if the evaluated data conflicts, the invoice is escalated for further review. Cross-checking can be done for any type of document, as long as you have a secondary source of information to reference, like government registration databases, your own databases, zip codes matching localities, etc. Identity verification also offers multiple fraud detection possibilities, something we specialize in at Clipper. Our identity verification service can, for example, check whether data on a scanned ID matches with the MRZ data, the NFC chip, and with user-provided selfies. We can also do a liveness check, where we detect if the user is a real person. Checks like these can help you comply with regulations such as KYC and AML. There are of course many more ways to detect fraud in documents, many of which we offer as part of our Clipper solutions, either out of the box or as something we can create specifically for your use case with our prompt and flow builder in the Doc Horizon platform. To discover more about how Clipper can protect your organization from fraud, have a look at our website, book a demo, or get in touch. And remember to subscribe for updates on our latest innovations.
So this was an example of how with Clipper we can detect fraud detection in our documents, how it's used as well. We'll be sharing the link of the video with you guys in the chat also if you'd like to look at it again later on. All right. So you can also see AI in credit and financial risk scoring. You see like AI and credit and financial risk scoring refers to basically the application of artificial intelligence techniques like machine learning, NLP, and of course neural networks to be able to assess the financial health, the credit worthiness, and the potential risk that is associated with individuals, with companies, or even investments. Now, traditionally, credit scoring has been based on fixed metrics like the credit history, the income, and the assets. And with AI, this approach expands beyond these statistic measures, or it incorporates like dynamics and alternative data sources. AI models, they learn patterns from vast amount of historic and real-time data, identifying indicators that suggest financial stability or even risks as well. You see, these models, they can predict the likelihood of a borrower defaulting on a loan, for example. That helps to assess the financial viability of the vendors, and also highlighting the potential financial stress before that it becomes a crisis. So, how can AI help in credit and financial risk scoring? Um, it works with data-driven decisions. You see, it has it connects to alternative data sources. It has predictive modeling, works on real-time insights. Of course, fraud detection as well, as we have mentioned, and like uh, it uses it scores customers and vendors for their credit worthiness, you see, and have to detect the patterns, the late payment, the liquidity stress, and all of that stuff. All right, there's a list here of tools and platforms that you can look at and check out to work with. For example, for anomaly detection and monitoring, here you go, also answering a question that was sent in the chat. You have, for example, Microsoft Azure Anomaly Detector. You have SAS Visual Analytics. You have Data Robots. You have Alteryx with machine learning. We have Blackline Risk Management for audio and controls, audit and controls. We have AppZen for audit automation. You see ACL Robotics also. Now it's called Highbond or Galvanize. For finance platforms or integrated ERPs, you can work with Dynamics 365 Fraud Protection, SAP Fraud Management, and Oracle Risk Management Cloud. All right. Some of the challenges that we might be facing and considerations that we need to take into account, like when implementing AI in risk management and fraud detection, you see, organizations, they must be mindful of several challenges and considerations that can affect the efficacy of these systems. Now, we're going to see, for example, false positives, all right? Like overly sensitive models, they waste time, you see. This is the output. So one of the most significant challenges actually when deploying these AI models in fraud detection and risk management is the generation of these false positives. So a false positive occurs when the AI system flags an activity as suspicious or fraudulent, even though it's actually legitimate. You see, like overly sensitive AI models that are designed to catch every anomaly may end up flagging too many legitimate transactions as suspicious, leading to unnecessary interventions. You see, the challenges are like to increase the operational costs as well. It will increase the operational cost because false positive, they demand additional human resources for investigation and resolution. This will result in higher operational costs and a drain on the resources, especially in high volume environments. You see, it causes customer frustrations also, and even fatigue for the human reviewers, right? Another example is like data quality. You see, we're talking about garbage in, garbage out. So from here, machine learning models and AI, they are highly dependent on the quality of the data that they use to train them. So if the data that is fed into the system is inaccurate or incomplete, or the data is biased, then the AI models, they will produce misleading or unreliable results. You see, the phrase garbage in, garbage out underscores the importance of ensuring high quality, clean, and well structured data for effective fraud detection and risk management. If you're going to feed your AI system garbage, then it's going to reply to you with garbage. That's why it's garbage in and garbage out. You see, 3, we're talking about compliance and ethics as well here. Like, be careful about monitoring the employees. It must follow their privacy policy as well. You cannot to over monitor or over control. You see, make sure you cover you stay within the employee's privacy. You take care of the data protection, and you meet all the regulatory compliance. Okay. And 4 is the need for a human oversight. Like, okay, AI systems, they are powerful tools for detecting patterns and anomalies in large data sets, but they lack the ability to fully understand the context, the intent, and the nuisance of the human behavior. This is where the human oversight becomes critical. You see, the humans, they can assess the subtleties and of a situation which an AI might miss. And in risk management, it's essential to combine the AI efficiency with the human judgment. All right, my friends, remember, the best practice is to combine the AI alerts with the workflows for the human reviews. And at the end, everything will be fine. All right. Can AI detect faulty transcripts? Yes, Vanessa, of course, 100%. It can detect faulty transcripts. Okay. All right, my friends. Everything is good, all is well. I would like to thank you so much for attending this session. Thank you for following up with me. That's it. So we have reached the end of our training. Thank you. I hope that you enjoyed the session. I hope that you found this beneficial. If you are registered for the next upcoming sessions, I will see you there as well. And if not, go ahead and register. Thank you so much. Give us your feedback in the chat. If you enjoyed the session, if everything was good from your side, feel free to send us some messages. If you need any help or have any question later on, feel free to send me a message on LinkedIn as well. And you need to register for the next session, Dennis. There's in the same link that has been provided from the training providers. All right, and thank you so much. I wish you a good day, and yeah, I hope to see you soon. All right, goodbye, everyone. You can get the recording in the chat here. Once it is done processing, it will appear on its own. Don't worry, guys. All right. So if you have any questions or so on, you can find me on LinkedIn. There, I just sent again my profile on the chat. Go ahead, connect with me, and I'll be happy to help you out. Thank you, everyone, and have a good day. Bye.